Good to go?
Good tick.
No. Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to our channel, and we'd really love it and appreciate it if you would please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot.
And please share the channel to anyone you think would like it or laugh at us or whatever.
We try and upload at least once or twice a week. So yes, please keep coming back. Okay, this one's big. This is a big one. I mean, now we've been waiting for this for a while. We're talking about
a trilogy.
Yes, the second installment of Hallmark's The Wedding Veil trilogy. This one's called The Wedding Veil Unveiled.
Just to quickly recap, the Wedding Veil trilogy is about 3 college friends who share a 19th century wedding veil said to bring whoever possesses it true love.
Yeah, so right off the bat, I liked this one a lot. I didn't love it as much as the first installment, to be honest, but we'll get into a little bit more about why later. But overall, I thought it was lovely. I mean, with the Italian setting, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, you definitely can't. And, you know, it definitely had a little closer attachment to both of us because we're both Italian.
Yes.
And I knew it was going to be good. And I also knew it wasn't going to be as good as the first one for me.
That was a lot to live up to, but it was still quite enjoyable.
Of course.
So this one takes place a few months after Avery's wedding. Chicago-based professor Emma, played by Reeser, travels to Italy to teach American art history. While there, she uses her free time to research the provenance of the veil, which leads her to the gorgeous island town of Burano in Venice, famed for its handcrafted lace.
Is that true? Is it actually?
I think so. On her way to the island, she encounters a very handsome man, Paolo, played by Paolo Bernardini. And we learn that he is the grandson of the oldest lace shop in Burano.
No, sorry. Did you say he's the grandson of a lace shop or?
No, the grandson of the lace shop owner, who's this older Italian lady.
Yes.
So Emma enlists Paolo's help in translating the research she uncovers about the veil, and Paolo explains that the veil shares a special connection to his family, who had thought it was destroyed years ago. As the two of them continue to work together to unravel the century-old mystery of the veil, they, of course, find love along the way.
Along the canal?
So let's get into the nitty-gritty, what we liked, what we didn't like. So as I said in the beginning, I really liked this one, but it was mainly because of the setting in Italy. Everything looked beautiful. The setting sold this for me.
Pretty easy when you go to an island in the waters of Venice, and it's breathtaking everywhere. Yeah. I've actually been there, and it made you feel like you were kind of there.
I'm so happy they actually went to Italy to film, but I noticed Hallmark is doing that a lot more. They actually go on location, which is great.
Yeah, well, I think in this case also because Paolo lives there, it's thrifty to like just take your 3 stars to Italy and kind of get done what you can get done.
Yeah, maybe. And also authenticity. I think Hallmark just wants to be somewhat authentic
you can
storytelling.
you can make Canada look like anywhere in the States.
You can't
really do that with
I know. I mean, you cannot reproduce the settings that you get in Italy.
Especially not Venice.
I loved those colored houses, the lantern twinkle lights. So loved all the little Italian details and the authenticity of being filmed in Italy. Thought that was great.
Absolutely.
The story itself was good. I liked discovering the history of the veil. The secret love child of the chambermaid seemed a little, kind of risque.
Yeah, I feel like they had
Hallmark.
to throw in some sort of mystery, like uncover, like they had to find something else out because they figured out the location and the origin of the veil like immediately almost.
Yes. In terms of that storytelling, I thought a lot of the effort went into that part of the storytelling. But I do think it did suffer a bit from lazy writing. I mean, Paolo would just pop out of nowhere all the time.
Like at least 5 times.
Oh, you're here again? Are you following me? Like it was just kind of, that's easy. That's an easy way to introduce a character and to create a relationship with a character. I think we needed more context. We needed more circumstances. It was always you were following me.
You know,
like,
exactly. Okay. It's something that's easy to do when a small town in Canada or...
I mean, this is supposed to be a small island.
Yeah, a small island
town.
But at the same time, I guess, maybe you run into who you know.
But just like there could have been a bit more creativity as to how they bumped into each other. Like the first instance was quite good. She was having a hard time reading the Italian on the
water
ticket
subway?
the water subway to get a ticket. And so he was kind of waiting in line. She was holding up the line, so he was kind of annoyed. He went over, And then after that, it was just like, oh, you're here? Are you following me? Oh, excuse me, miss. Like, you just kind of reminded me of kind of like a pokeroo thing. Like, he's gone, and then he comes back, and...
Pop-up Paolo.
Yeah, Pop-up Paolo for, I don't know, just a little bit more context and circumstances.
I felt like they were allowed to be a little lazy and feel like...
Well, yeah, also I keep saying like maybe I'm expecting too much from these Hallmark movies, but no, I mean, they're big films. They're very popular. Now their stars are becoming just as popular as like Hollywood stars, right? So I think they got to put in the time and the effort.
Fair. But then again, there is also the magic of the veil.
Yes.
just bringing them together.
That's true, I guess. Yes. Magically just makes him show up, I guess. I guess you could argue that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about performances.
Sure.
So the standout for me was Paolo Bernardini. His English was really good, actually, but I loved the thick Italian accent. He looked like a proper Italian gentleman, wearing like stylish suits. He looked really good.
Yeah, I really liked him, and I thought he was, he's cute and charming. One thing I did notice almost right away, his Italian accent when he's speaking Italian was spot on.
Non soffermarti sul passato, ma vivi per il momento.
You can tell he lives in Italy and he does it perfect, but his English accent did not sound like an Italian person trying to speak English.
Well, you had called it. You're like, is this guy French or something like that?
Yeah, or Swiss or something that was still around Italy. Oh, he kind of sounds like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then I looked it up, and he was born in Belgium. So
there's the Van Damme connection.
Yeah. But yeah, his English was very good as well.
Very good. He was perfect for the role. He was the standout for me.
Yeah, he was a standout for me too. There was a lot of good connection with his family.
And that was very accurate in terms of representing like Italian family and that kind of culture.
And we know.
For sure. Autumn Reeser, I like Autumn Reeser generally. She's not one of my favorite Hallmark female leads, to be honest.
She's a good actress, but there's like a sweetness missing from her for me. But she's still great.
For me, I don't think she's as authentic as she can be.
Fair.
Maybe in this particular role. I've seen her in other Hallmark movies that she was, and I believed her. I just wasn't believing her here. I don't know.
You start off at bat with Lacey Chabert, and where are you going from there?
She's like the definition of sweetness. I believe Lacey more. I believe her more. I believe she gets into the bones of the character more than Autumn. I believed Autumn when she was conducting her lectures at the university.
Yeah, she
teaching history there, right? I believed her more there than when she was with Paolo and walking around Venice. And I don't know, maybe she's just shy, and like maybe that's supposed to be the character. She doesn't open up to men.
Yeah, well, they openly talk about
a breakup.
Exactly, the last one, and she was still heartbroken.
Yeah.
But I do have to shout out either the costume department or
her dresses were very pretty.
All of her
very
outfits
nice.
were really nice.
Yes, very much. As you know, we kind of always get into spoilers here, so no surprise.
I feel like it's hard to spoil a Hallmark
movie. You know what's going to happen. You know the ending.
Oh.
I was worried for a minute that we were going to be left hanging.
I was so excited to leave it hanging, knowing there's another one airing the next week. I was like, oh my God, are they going to do Empire Strikes Back and then kind of tie it up after?
We know they don't do that.
Yeah, I know. They tied it up at the end, just as Hallmark does.
Is to be expected. So overall, this one was very charming. It was fun. It was romantic. Not personally as what I think is as good as the first installment, but for a second installment in a trilogy, it was good.
Yeah, it definitely lived up to the first one.
Hallmark, I don't think I've even seen a trilogy done before. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they have like Evergreen. It was like an ongoing series.
Oh, that's true. Yes, that is true. But there was different characters. There's different storylines in that one. Like this actually has a continuation of the same characters and the same, no pun intended, but thread of a storyline.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I am really looking forward to the third installment. Alison Sweeney's character, Tracy, gets the veil. Because her character seems to be more rooted in reality. Very skeptical about the legend.
And her character's had a boyfriend that she's been comfortable with for the past
we've never
year,
met
I guess.
him.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, one thing, before we move on, where was Peter? Kevin McGarry was nowhere to be found in the second installment.
I mean, they mentioned him at the wedding. He was,
preoccupied having a 40-minute discussion somewhere else about soccer, football, whatever, at Emma's wedding.
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of obvious. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get him there for a one-liner or something.
In reality, there's scheduling conflicts for all these.
This actually leads me to the sort of prediction section or the next comment.
Okay.
Like, is everybody going to be in the last film? Like, are they going to have
like a reunion?
Is Tracy going to have the big wedding with everybody there? Are we going to see everyone?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Will hers end in a wedding? I mean, I'm 90% sure that it will end in a wedding.
Maybe that, I wouldn't put it past them to, if they do the weird thing.
If they were gonna not have a wedding for all three installments, Tracy's character would be the one maybe not to have one. But come on, let's be honest, there's gonna be
Hallmark,
one.
I'm hoping for a twist. I'm hoping for something.
I don't think there will be. No. This is Hallmark.
Yeah,
it has to be predictable. It has to be comfortable.
It's true,
it has to
and
be
you know what? And I do want it to
warm
be
and fuzzy.
In the end.
We all want a happy wedding ending.
Is that a hint?
So the writers were Judith Berg, Sandra Berg, and the trilogy is based on the book written by Laurie Wilde called There Goes the Bride.
Okay, so the whole trilogy is based on one book?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. This was directed by Terry Ingram, same director as the first installment and probably the third installment coming up. So she directed a bunch of Hallmark Christmas movies. And I always find it weird. She also directed Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
I mean, I love that movie.
I love it too.
Actually, that is a classic. So.
Yeah. So very established and well-known writer and director here. They did a good job. Everything
Absolutely.
in terms of production, it looked great.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to fuck up Italy. All right, we're going back to the list.
Back to the list, the infamous list. Is it infamous at this point? I don't really know. Promotion or deadline? Well, this was kind of a promotion because she is in Italy to teach art history.
Yeah, but she just got like a teaching visa thing. It's not a...
Okay, then no.
There's no like climbing.
No.
Yeah, no. A career-driven lead.
Yes.
I mean, definitely.
Big misunderstanding. No.
No, not sure. A change of heart.
Yes.
Yes, a few.
Yes. Someone gets dumped, fired, or dies.
I actually
Not
forgot
on
this
screen.
one.
Not on screen. No.
Second romance subplot.
No. Proposal or wedding?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The whole thing.
Travel issues.
No, there were no travel issues. There was definitely travel, but no travel issues. Selling house, business, or farm?
Negatory.
No, there was definitely the lace business, the
Yeah, and
family-owned lace business, but
They were
nothing-
talking about expanding
it to the United States. So yeah.
Big city to small town transition? No.
What do you mean? She came from Chicago to Toronto.
I guess Chicago is a huge city.
Yeah,
and
I would
Toronto
say
is small.
yes.
Okay,
I would say yes
let's
for
give
this.
it a ding then.
The almost kiss. No. Surprising.
In Italy, they would have kissed immediately anyways, right? So it's kind of
That's
like
true.
maybe the almost kiss does not exist in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
And mad dash to the airport / go get her.
Yes, that did happen. He ran on the train to go and get her.
Yes.
That did happen.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's one of my
He's like,
favorite-
I don't
that's one of
care
my
what you
favorite
say. We
ones.
can make it work. My family's going to expand their business into New York at that, and we can make this work. And anyway, yeah. So did this hit the hallmark or miss the hallmark? It hit the hallmark for me.
It definitely hit my home.
It was lovely. It wasn't as great as the first one, in my opinion, but what made up for it was the scenery. So worth the watch for sure.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to the third one.
Yes.
Coming up this Saturday, very soon. We'll get the review up promptly after that.
Don't forget to like,
Subscribe, share,
and
all that good stuff. It really helps the channel, as we said. We're having a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys are enjoying watching it, and just let us know. Give us as much feedback as you can. We want to improve the channel. Come along on the journey with us. So,
Arrivederci.
arrivederci, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you.